With Session Update, I'm Julie Bartkey. A fast-track approach this past week to move a Viking Stadium bill through the process has appeared to stall. The Senate Taxes Committee is the next stop for Senator Julie Rosen's bill, and the measure could be heard on the House floor during tonight's floor session. But leadership said earlier they are not expected to take it up this evening. Now, this group of die-hard fans made their case to lawmakers today at the Capitol and attempted to meet with the governor. Their message was heard by a member of Governor Dayton's staff, and it was clearly visible as well. They say the Vikings are an investment and hope the legislature understands they are more than fans. They are also consumers.
I have come to over 250 games myself in the last 27 years. It cost me over $1,000 every game. I've spent over $300,000 personally, myself. That's one person coming here just for the Minnesota Vikings.
He comes from Canada.
I come from Canada. I have a 500-mile each-way drive. I've been staying at the Marriott City Center for over 20 years now. I come in Friday, I drive home Monday. So you can just think of what my hotel costs, my gas costs, my food costs, my entertainment costs. Because when I come here, I'm not just coming for the Vikings, I'm here for the entire weekend. I come here for everything. I got baseball games, basketball games, the Renaissance festivals, concerts. You know,
we're here for the draft today.
Draft party. It just goes on and on what we spend our money for. And it's not just me. In Canada alone, we have over 2,000 people that come to every single Viking game. Now, 2,000 people, every single one of them spending over $1,000. Okay?
You do not want the National Football League to leave your state. I just can't. The activity that goes on while the Viking season is in play with the players on Community Tuesday, going out through the United Way and bringing benefit to our community, something you just don't want to leave your state. And I think legislators need to look at this as a statewide asset. This entertainment venue that is being created for the Vikings, who will only play maybe 8 to 10 games there, is an entertainment asset for citizens in Moorhead, citizens in Worthington, citizens in Grand Rapids, whether you're coming down for a football game, a concert, a soccer game, whatever the case may be. It could be a convention. This is a multi-purpose entertainment venue, and people ought not get bogged down on it's the Vikings, it's the millionaires you're helping. It's not. It is a statewide asset built in the 21st century for the good people of Minnesota, and people need to stay focused on what it really is.
And let me ask you real quickly then, are you optimistic that something can happen here in the next couple of days, that it can pass, given that it's just been kind of going in a circular motion thus far?
That it has. Personally, I remain optimistic as a lifelong Minnesotan. I believe that there's going to be a Hail Mary bill out there that's going to come up on the floor, and it's going to revisit the 6-month study at Arden Hills and look at that site for Minnesota leadership to be responsible in cleaning up environmentally unfriendly land in our state. Throw a bone to the good people of Ramsey County. I think this $150 million portion of this bill ought to be split in half with the ownership, Viking ownership, and the state, and to get through that hurdle. And then there's a reconciliation piece, a cultural piece, as we look to provide leadership for our country in a variety of ways through the Minnesota American Reconciliation Partnership. And I think when all Minnesotans can get around those issues and stay focused on the goal, which is a victory, which is to keep our Minnesota Vikings and create this 21st century style entertainment complex, that will prevail. And our message to the Speaker of the House, God bless him. Don't shut these doors until this business is done.
From a strictly fiduciary standpoint, the legislature need to look at the fact that $300 million being spent on the stadium will pay itself back and make money down the road. How many programs that they've spent far more than that lose money every year or never get any return whatsoever? Now, you can make it an argument that there's a cultural and a quality of life, and absolutely I believe that, and I agree with that. But to say that the Vikings don't provide a quality of life to the state would be foolish. So looking at it from a strictly fiduciary financial standpoint, it makes money to invest. It makes sense to invest money in something that will make money.
Now, around 3 o'clock this afternoon, the governor met with GOP leaders to discuss the key issues remaining this session. And when asked about the Vikings Stadium and when the Senate Tax Committee might hear the proposal, Chair Senator Julie Ortman stated her priorities are to get a tax bill resolved, then a bonding bill. A stadium bill will likely follow.